Greetings. Can you hear me?
Yeah, they can hear you.
Okay, very good. So my mic seems to be about the right level. Welcome to our first Rocket League match that we're shoutcasting this year, right, Christian?
Yeah, this is the first one that we are shoutcasting, so.
So my name is Scott Herzog. I'm the head coach here at Penn Manor Esports, and Christian is one of the shoutcasters we have here.
Yeah.
We are watching our Penn Manor Gold team. Is that the one we're streaming today?
I believe so.
Yes, and they are playing in the high school esports league match, and we're just waiting for them to get loaded into their match. And guess just a few minutes here. We're at 4 o'clock, so in about 5 minutes we should know. Christian, tell me a little bit about the team that we're going to be seeing play here today.
Yeah, so the team that we're really seeing, this was our JV team basically from last year.
Or
I'll
from in
go.
the fall, I guess the fall season,
Right,
right?
the fall season. I'll go ahead and pull up actually our roster here for all of esports that we can sort of take a look.
JV in this fall did a fantastic job.
They
Like
did.
they made it into finals. I think in both they made it into the playoffs in both leagues.
Yep.
Had an unfortunate event that knocked them out, um, especially of the PIEA league that they were in.
Hmm.
But or maybe it was PSEL. But one of the leagues that got knocked
I
out
think it was
unfortunately early.
PSEL.
It was PSEL. They got knocked
Yeah.
out unfortunately, but they are back here and they are ready to throw down.
Yeah.
Throw down.
So this is kind of the roster that we're looking at. I'll go ahead and highlight it here so you guys can see.
Right.
So basically, our varsity team is still the same.
Can
Still
you
the same.
zoom in on that, Blue? Are you able
I
to
can.
zoom in on that a little bit?
Yeah.
Uh,
You make it a
yeah, you
little
can
bit
hit
bigger.
Control Plus will zoom in, but
There we
that's
go.
fine. So you can see here, this is our roster. Varsity is Nathan Minster, James Helm, Amon. Now, one of the things that you won't see this year is probably a lot of streaming a lot of varsity games, only
Right.
because they're playing from home at some odd times.
Yeah.
There might be one or two, but you will see us bouncing between probably JV Gold and JV Blue, and JV Blue, I'm excited about them. We're going to talk about the gold in a second, but I'm excited about JV Blue. They were our team chaos last year,
Yeah.
minus Jack, who has been replaced by. We're missing our Connors on this team, and the other person on this team is Isaiah, that's not listed here. Um, is our JV Blue, but Isabella and Dominic played that team, and they literally. What I liked about the Christian wasn't that they were phenomenal players. They lost every single match,
Right.
but they took everything as a learning experience,
Right.
and
They
they
took
just had fun.
they took every little detail that they had, and part of when I look at Dominic, Isabella, and Gavin, I look back at the 2022 spring season, because you saw them what they did. They lost, like you said, they lost every single game, but they took even the smallest, if they may have like adjusted something, or possibly they thought they did well at something, they considered that a victory.
Yeah, they did. Like
Yeah.
they narrowed the gap. Like if they lost the first match by 8 points, the last match they lost by two, and that was a victory for them.
Right.
Or they made more scores, or managed their boost a bit better, and that's a recipe for a great team in 2 more years when they're seniors, because
Oh yeah.
they're all sophomores now, and so
Right.
we have two more. If they stick with it, we have 2 more years. They're going to be solid players. They'll be our varsity team in two
Yeah.
years.
And we even saw Dominic. He was on our JV team last semester, and I thought he did a good job.
Yeah, absolutely.
He wasn't one of those players that he was airling the ball everywhere and scoring like 100 goals per game. But what he
Who?
did was he was just kind of like that team player, that playmaker guy. He was
They're
always
on the.
setting
They're
up
listed.
plays and just really enthusiastic with what he did. So that's sort of something that I just really liked about Dominic. Like I said, he wasn't aerialing every like all over the place, right? He isn't like a Tyler Moore on steroids, right? But he was really just kind of like that playmaker, that team player. So that's really what I liked about Dominic and what he did. Isabel, we saw in the 2022 spring season as well. Both of them were on the Foundations team along with Gavin as well. So they're kind of teaming up together, sort of making this this JV Blue team that we see here, which is the lower level JV team that we're going to be seeing here throughout the semester, throughout the spring season. Um, so me personally, I'm really excited about what they're going to be bringing to the team here. As far as JV Gold goes, kind of breaking that down, we see the return of Alan Rose. He's returning after an early finish from last semester. Tyler Shank and Aiden Singh, they're both returners. And Samuel Lennox, he's new to Penn Manor Esports. We haven't seen much gameplay from him, so I can't really describe exactly how he is as a player. But I am excited to see what he can bring to the team. Sort of fresh blood for our JV Gold team. So it's going to be exciting to see what he can do along with the rest of the team that we're seeing. And of course, varsity. I mean, we all know Nathan Minster, the absolute goat in Pennsylvania. Like, he's probably arguably the best high school Rocket League player in all of Pennsylvania. Like, it's like he's like clearly like no joke. James Sell and Amon Shang, both again great. What? Hold up. Okay, so yeah. So, are you blue or red? Red. Cool. All right. Oh.
If they want you to host, go ahead and host.
No.
This is fine. I'll join you here in just a minute.
All right. Anyways, as we see the gold team to continue to be a little bit of nerds. Yeah. So, and we're going here. Here we go. So this, like I said, this is our JV gold team. uh, Leave. Okay. Um. Okay. I don't know what's happening with Rocket League, but apparently there's a HSCL issue. So we'll see what happens. Alright, so we are in game now, as you guys can probably see here. We have absolutely no idea who we're playing. All I know is that they are JVC, but we'll find out slowly here. We'll find out eventually. So, yeah. What? Oh,
Yep.
hold up. Alright, so hopefully they can't hear me now.
They are
And
not
we're underway
complaining,
here.
so it looks like they're fine.
You just... And JVC already off to hot lead here. So,
Yes. So, this team that they're playing is called the GCA Champions.
GCA champions.
GCA Champions, and I'll see if I can find out a little bit of information on them. But I am excited to see these guys play here.
Yeah.
So they are the Georgia Cyber Academy champions. So they are from Georgia.
Okay.
Is where they're coming from. So here we are back in the game. It is 1-0. Penn Manor off to a solid start. It is 1-0. At least as my eyes are still working here. But yes.
Here's is it GCA?
Yeah. So they are the Georgia Cyber Academy. So this is a cyber school basically.
All right. We'll call them the Georgians.
Yep, the Georgians.
Anyways, they score here. So we're tied at 1 here. Kickoff's back underway here. It's going to be won by Penn Manor, sending it down to the left-hand corner. Aiden's going to try and get that aerial. He's going to put it in front of the net. Tyler's going to try and center it here. He's successful at it. He scores 2-1 with 4:04 left to go. So Penn Manor off to early lead here as we slowly look at this JV team here. Already seeing good signs here, thankfully. So yeah. So kickoff's won by Georgia. Penn Manor does get possession of it, however. It's actually Allen there. Gets the nice tip there. Aiden sent it up there. And here's Georgia going to send it back down to Penn Manor's defensive zone. Tyler's going to try and send it out. Georgia's however going to get possession of that. And send it in front of the net. Good save there by Aiden, and they score.
It's a tie game now for him.
Yeah. 2-2 with 37 seconds left to go. Kickoff's back away here. It's going to be won by Georgia. And it looks like they're going to center the ball here. Try and set it up for one of their teammates, not successful at it, however. And here's Dizzy once again. I think he has scored. Yeah, he has. He scored both goals here for Georgia.
So he's a guy that they need to stop.
Yeah,
They
absolutely.
need to stop.
Aiden here is going to try and send it down here. Unfortunately, he's not successful at it. Tyler's going to have to do the duties instead. And Georgia's going to try and center the ball. Not successful at it. And Tyler, as we're watching here, Aiden there, who was able to send it down. Tried to center it there. Aiden is going to center it now. And he does get in the way of the ball, preventing it from going into his own net. Tyler was there to send it up. And there's Aiden. It was actually Georgia there. Sent it in front of Penn Manor's net. Allen and one of the other guys having a little bit of a face-off there.
So yeah, so I just looked up, was it
GCA.
And he's a
He's a champ.
yeah, so he's a champ, so not real big, right? But
No.
good player, solid player.
Right, but you also have to remember that Penn Manor we have 2 GC players. So,
Right.
yeah. I believe Tyler is GC1, I believe.
Yeah, it could be.
So,
I have not I've not paid attention to rankings
Yeah,
in real life.
GCA just scored there. And one of their players is actually a plat.
So, but we haven't seen him really come out here
Yeah,
really too
Baron
much.
Bat.
But here we are. That the team Baron Bat actually talking about him scores here for the first time in the game, and making it a 3-2 game here. 3-2 game.
Anyways, kickoff is won there by Penn Manor. Tyler's going to try and send down. Aiden's going to have to do it instead. Tyler's not there at the right spot. Here's Tyler once again, trying to send it up. Aiden again going to do the duty.
And their third guy, their Glitch TV guy, is unranked. So really, it's really Baron Bat's really the one that you would expect to carry the game, but Dizzy is playing very well, and certainly there. The guy is playing here.
I wonder if that Glitch guy is on an alt account.
This Glitch.
Yeah, Glitch.
So here we have, it's a tie game, so it's still anyone's game here with 1 minute, 27 seconds to play. And it's an exciting match for Penn Manor's first match of the season.
Yeah. And here's GCA. They try to send it down. Allen's in the way of that, thankfully.
Right, and they knock it back. Now back onto Penn Manor's side, but kind of driven away from the net a little bit, but still, knocked away from Penn Manor's mat.
Yeah. Here's Allen, kind of try and set up for Aiden there. Aiden
right, now back on. It's open, but I don't know. It'll be knocked away by the other school, by GCA. Here, GCA knocks it back to Penn Manor's side. Penn Manor there to kind of knock it away, bring it back across, but kind of knock loosely there. Penn Manor's going to, 43 seconds. Glitch TV scores.
So all of their players are on the board now.
Yep, all their players on the board. So what we have to do is we have to get another score back. I'm going to tell you, even if they lose this match, this has been a tight match from the beginning, and it's still really anyone's game here this next time. Ball put on the Penn Manor side, and we'll see what they are. Knocked away by Tyler and is now back still on Penn Manor side, but knocked away with 30 seconds remaining. And it is really bouncing around the goal line of the opposition team of GCA. But Penn Manor is desperately, with 20 seconds left, trying to keep it back. We'll see. Are they able? No, that kind of seals the game here.
Yeah. Well, Penn
Manor
still has a little bit of time. I mean, it's only 14 seconds, but at the same time, they only have to get 2 goals.
Correct,
So,
but the chances of...
the chances are low.
Right.
It's possible.
It is possible.
But now looking at it, it's not going to be. So.
Yeah, I mean, they just have to defend the goal, and Penn Manor can take it. But this is the first game, so it could be anyone's game. Really.
Right.
And they
final
score.
That's
anyone's game, all right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I mean, this team, they've played a ton before. They played all of last fall together, so it's not really like they're like a
and they can shake this off. They can shake this off.
Right. But yeah, also at the same time, you have other teams throughout the league.
Tyler is taking his hat off, and that means something.
Well,
that means something.
It
means that he's bringing his game on.
He took it off because it violates school rules.
No, he doesn't care about school rules. He took it off so that he can win his next game.
Is he like one of those people who gets yelled at all the time?
Nope. He's now ready to play. He's now ready to bring his A game.
Yeah. Game 2's getting underway here. It is going to be won by Penn Manor.
Penn Manor wins the kickoff ball now. Back in there and
boom.
Score. Tyler scores. See, having that hat off does change things. Things. Helped him score. First score in 5 seconds. He really shouldn't. Let's hope he stops at just taking the hat off. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Just take all of the headwear off.
Headwear off, fine. Let's keep the shirts on. All right.
Well, I mean, don't take the headphones off, please.
Right. We need the headphones on, though.
Yeah.
All right. So here we are down into it, and it is now being kicked around. Pemex going.
By the way, we have our League of Legends team.
So, Sadie, just don't distract our Rocket League players who are in game.
Oh, really? But you're distracting us, so.
That's all right. We're not in game.
That's true. Wow.
Yeah,
apparently
actually,
we don't matter.
do.
Wow.
What's impressive about this game is Penn Manor is keeping the ball down into the offensive field onto the side of GCA, and that's the more they can do that, the better. I say that, but right away it's back into Penn Manor's territory. There's a demolition there, but we'll see if Penn Manor can keep it away, and they do. They did a nice job of knocking that away onto GCA's side, and of course they aren't able to capitalize on that. But they do keep the ball down there, and it is knocked. He kind of protectively keeps it away.
I feel like Allen there should have gotten a little bit more boost on that.
Yeah,
so
but
okay.
It's not quite enough for GCA to bring it in, but it is hanging around Penn Manor's side, so Penn Manor does need to answer.
Yep.
And are they able to do it? Oh, so far so good, but it's still too close. Too close, and Dizzy capitalizes on it. And it's a 1-1 score. Penn Manor's job is to keep that ball away from their goal, and they were unable to do it. They really gave that ball too much time down in their side.
Yeah, they definitely are. I mean, I think they're giving GCA a little bit too much time.
Yeah.
If they can just up the pressure just by just even a notch, I mean, they could really be. I mean, shutting them out.
They really can. They really can.
Yeah.
Indeed. Ball still down at GC's side. And the ball now is kicked back to GCA's side again. And Penn Manor does not have an open goal, but we have a lot of people down there. But the goal is wide open here. Is Penn Manor able to answer? No, they are not. And Dizzy puts them ahead. You
Yeah,
know,
that
for a
was.
champ, he's playing very well.
Let's look at this replay here because I mean, Aiden he tried to defend there, but I mean you had Dizzy there just kind of on the corner. He easily had control of that ball, was just able to kind of just knock it over
Right.
to the side. So, not much Penn Manor could do about that one, but that one was definitely preventable. So,
Yep. All right. So let's see. We are now, the ball is again on Penn Manor's side. Penn Manor has got to get that away, and they are unable to do it. Baron Bat just sneaking it into the side there, making it a 3-1 game.
and I think what really happened there, Allen took
Yeah.
that backflip there. That's what I really think caused that goal.
Yeah. Well.
So,
Well, it's still it's 2 minutes 40 seconds. They can easily be there.
yeah.
So
I feel like Allen there should have just been able to get that aerial there, just kind of just knock it away. That would have
yep.
prevented that goal. But it's 3-1.
Again, it's still early on. They
It is.
got to get this ball out of their side here, and they
There we go.
managed to do that.
Aiden wants
It
a
is
little bit
now
of a
on the
breakaway.
GCA's side. They have a guy there to protect. It's missed. They are unable to tap it into the goal, though. And so then it's back to Penn Manor's side, right? But still knocked away from the goal, which is important still. The ball continues down through, and it is boom. They went boom. But the ball is still, again, on GCA's side. Now on to Penn Manor's.
Yeah, it definitely. I mean, like we've been saying this whole time,
Oh.
yeah.
Just to knock it away
they're,
fast enough.
they're
there.
giving GCA too many chances here.
There is. There's a lot of open space, and they're
Yeah.
allowing a ball to hang. Like that ball should have been knocked out right away.
Yeah, and what they're really doing, they're really kind of like bunched up together. So when they're in those defensive situations and when they're all bunched up, they can't. There's no one there to get in front of that, and actually hit it away. So I think they kind of need to give each other some space, sort of. Not feel so maybe claustrophobic too. But I mean, other than that, they've been playing a good game. At the end of the day, they just gotta work out on those little details, and I mean, I think they'll.
And it is a champ and the Platin that's carrying this team.
Right.
We saw one shot from Glitch TV, and that was it.
Yeah.
Minute 20 seconds left in the game. Ball is hanging around Penn Manor's side a little bit too much. If they want to be back in this game, they have to they have to get this scoring back in. Like even that, there was no one aggressively kind of going in. They just kind of let the ball just sink, and that just eats time.
Kind of looking at it here right now, it seems like Tyler he wants to get something going. So,
Right.
but you look at Aiden and Allen, and I mean they're really the ones who are kind of like bunched up here. So, I'd really like to see these two guys in Game 3 really produce an offensive explosion. Really, yes, sit back on defense when you need to, but at the same time when you're doing that, not be so close together, and also, you know, listen, talking to each other, communicating, telling each other, when you got everything. So I feel like that's really important. We're seeing Aiden here kind of take it down, but that's really going to be a game here. So GCA is going to take a 2-0 lead in this game. Yup, that should seal it. So game 3 will go to GCA now.
Game 2 goes to GCA.
Game 2.
So we have a third game to play yet. This is the best of 5 series. So Penn Manor is not out.
They're not, but at the same time, they're going to have to win 3 in a row.
They are going to have to reverse sweep.
Right.
Can they do it? Tyler has his hat off. I think they can. Tyler can do it. His hat's off. They're gonna go in and win the next 3 games. They can do it.
Now he's got the headphones. Oh no, he puts them back on. It looks like GCA is making a change here. They could be.
Yeah, we're gonna see.
Let me try and get a quick little picture of this so we can see who's currently on. There we go. So, let's see. They have two guys
Bad
joining.
50.
Right. Penn Manor's not going to make any changes, by the way. So,
I don't think Penn Manor is going to make any changes.
yeah, well, they don't
but-
have anyone to make a change to. So,
All right,
let's see what they
who's
do here.
joined.
So, okay, so we have Bad 50 subbing in,
Yep.
and we have, let's see, who else? Bad 50 subs in, Dizzy stays on, and then we're gonna have to see about Glitch here.
So this Bad 50's a silver.
Glitch is also off.
Yep.
So it's Bad 50
And
and
Baron Bad. So it's Bad 50's the only substitution they have.
they actually also made a substitute earlier because Baron Bat played a little bit earlier. So
Right.
then they subbed out Glitch.
So yeah, so Bad 50's on. He's a silver player, so not real high rank. So especially since they're up 2 games, they feel a little bit comfortable about putting someone maybe of a lower skill level in.
Yeah. So we see here it's in Penn Manor's offensive zone actually, which I do like. And no, Penn Manor did make a change here. So
Oh, Doji, cool.
Samuel Lennox is on for Penn Manor.
All right, so let's see what happens here with him.
And also looking at that, Allen subs out.
Yes, Allen subbed out. And we'll see. So there are 2 substitutions there. Sam's new to a Rocket League, the Penn Manor Rocket League this year.
He
He's
is.
obviously played, but he hasn't played with our team before.
Right.
So it's been great to have him as an addition onto the team here.
And that's
the score. So Born Bat scores. It's 1-0 in favor of GCA. GCA playing very well here. Baron Bat and Dizzy, again, really doing a nice job. Born Bat, what did we say that his rank? He was unranked, right?
Yeah, he's unranked.
He's unranked, which doesn't mean anything. He just may not play ranked, right?
see here we're getting our first look here at Sam. Like we said, Sam's new to the Rocket League team.
And therefore new to the JV experience. So.
He is.
Do we know what grade Sam's in?
Let me take a look. Actually,
We don't need to take a look because it'll throw us out of the game. We'll be
I
fine.
look at my phone.
Yeah. So 1-0, they're holding him steady here at 3 minutes. Ball bouncing around the midfield. Now being thrown in toward, but knocked away by GCA. Tyler's there to kind of throw it back in front of the net. It is now open in the midfield and now onto Penn Manor's side as they take it down through. Ball up in the air in front of the net, being pushed away by Aiden on the Wii, and we are good to go now. GCA trying to knock it back to the midfield, and they do so effectively. And open, it is an open score, undefended, as Bad 50S scores. So the score stands now at 2-0. At 2-0. Now Hessel, this is one of these leagues where they, as you go on, they begin to match you with more even leveled teams the more you play.
Right.
So this first game, the system doesn't really have a gauge on how good or bad your team is. Aiden Wee, though, returns it onto a score. It is now a 2-1 score, so
Hold on,
we're
we're
back in the game. Okay, and that's fine. So here we are in. So 2-1, 2:37 left to play in the game, and Penn Manor wins the kickoff. But it's quickly brought back onto Penn Manor's side, and Penn Manor fights to keep themselves in the game and therefore in the match. Could they reverse sweep it? Absolutely. Do we believe they can? Absolutely. Penn Manor, though, right now has it on to GCA's side. Ball bouncing in front of the net, and it is now kicked back onto Penn Manor's side. So Penn Manor needs to react defensively and keep it away. GCA desperately trying to keep it in the net, and it does. It sneaks in there. Dizzy sneaks it in. It's now a 3-1 score. 3-1 score. I think it just kind of sneaks it really kind of past Aiden. There's a double tap there that kind of knocks it in. Knocks it in. All right, and we're back, and GCA wins its kickoffs now on Penn Manor side, but quickly kind of brought back onto GCA's side, and they score. Tyler scores, being at 3-2. It is still anyone's match here. All right, so it's a knock in, and a nice job by Tyler there scoring it. Minute 53 left in the game, and perhaps the series if Penn Manor doesn't win it. The ball is knocked on the Penn Manor side, but quickly deflected back into the midfield, keeping it kind of away. And it is now knocked away, and the ball again knocked onto GC's side, with Tyler kind of chasing it at this point. Ball now knocked back to the midfield and kind of knocked away from an open score there, as their Penn Manor's again trying to keep it away from their goal. Knocked away onto the midfield, and it's kind of open territory. Penn Manor knocks it away and knocks it in. It is a tie score here with a minute 18 left. A tie score, a nice score done by Tyler. The hatless Tyler is scoring. All right, we are a minute 18, and it's anyone's game here as they go in. GCA knocks it down to the score, but Penn Manor's there to knock it away as it comes back into the midfield and then onto GCA's side. Ball is kind of knocked around. They're trying desperately to keep it out of the side. Penn Manor knocks it across, but there's no one there to kind of tap or knock it in. The Penn Manor again, now the ball back on Penn Manor's side. They're trying to keep it away from their goal so they can keep themselves in the match. Knocked away again, and we'll see. Knocked away, and it is knocked off the top of Frank and back into the midfield. And again, Penn Manor is, with 30 seconds remaining, trying to get this ball desperately into the goal line of GCA. Ball kind of stalled there in the middle and knocked again away. Trying to keep it down toward the side of GCA. We'll see if they're able to actually do it. They have 9 seconds to keep this ball away from their goal to make this game go into overtime, which, oh, that was so close, so close. They almost had that in the goal. It is now an even match with, well, now plenty of time left. First person to score wins the match. And again, these teams, this team here is kind of evenly matched here. All right, they were able to keep it away from the score. And it's up in the air, and the ball is down around their side. We'll see here. They're unable to keep it away. Ball's knocked back on the Penn Manor side, but Penn Manor is able to give it back onto GCA's side. Ball now kind of bouncing around the side, the right side of the goal. No one's there really to knock it in. It is open though, and they're trying to keep it onto GCA's side. We'll see if they are able to do it. All right, so Penn Manor's here. It is still bouncing around the side of GCA. I like the fact that it's hanging around GCA's side, but it's open here, or if they're not able to answer it, and they were able to kind of knock it away, but it does give an opportunity, which Penn Manor is able to keep them away on. So a lot of pressure on a 18 plus minute, it's 18 plus minutes, 1 minute, 18 seconds. Ball is bouncing around. It is anyone's score. Penn Manor does a nice job keeping it away if they're able to continue to do so. Ball now knocked toward GCA's side. It's kind of open, but they're not able to capitalize on it. Are they able to make something happen here? Not so much. GCA is desperately trying to keep it away from their score, their goal, and are unable to do it. They are desperately trying to defend their goal, and rightly so. Okay, blue here that's Penn Manor trying to knock it back toward the goal. Doesn't quite make it. They hit on the side here. All right, Ball bounces off the side. Penn Manor's doing a good job of keeping the ball down, but it is knocked down toward Penn Manor's side of the goal. They hold it to the midfield, and looks like that's what they're trying to do here, as Penn Manor's trying to keep that ball continually in play and continually away from their goal. Ball knocked down toward GCA's side, but knocked easily away. No one's there to really follow up on that score attempt. So it is knocked in, not quite there, not quite enough. Ball now knocked away back on the Penn Manor side. Will Penn Manor able to keep it? And it looks like they're able to keep it out of range, at least temporarily, but the ball is now brought back in. If they can keep it out of their goal, that is obviously optimal. All right, ball now knocked back towards their side. Penn Manor again trying to score, and it again comes off the edge of a 3-3 match, 3 minutes into overtime here. Ball kind of in here, knocked away from GCA's, knocked back into GCA territory, but knocked off the side, and no one's really here to follow through, and they win! 4-3, 4-3, a score by Tyler.
Yes.
After a 7-minute match.
Yeah, I'm back, but I just found out I got a promotion at work, so
Congratulations
Thank
on your
you.
promotion.
I appreciate
and that promotion got them a promotion
It
as
did.
well. A
that's what
promotion
I'm
as
glad
well.
to hear. So
All right, so I think that we're going to maybe see some substitutes here. Maybe. I don't know if we're going to see some substitutes here from any of the teams, but we'll see. So, Christian, where do you work?
I work at Hershey Park. Actually, I work in guest services.
So you got a promotion at Hershey Park, and what? So your guess, what does that promotion look like for you?
So I am now a arrival and admissions team lead. So what that entails, so I will essentially be supervising ticketing, the front gate, a few other locations around there. So yeah, so I worked there this past year as a
Good.
ticketing admissions
Come with a
agent.
pay raise, hopefully.
It does.
That's
so
nice. We won't disclose your pay on stream here, but congratulations on that.
$250 an hour.
All right, so it looks like Aiden and Tyler's in, Doji is still in, although actually it looks like Tyler left. So we're going to see what happens now that Tyler is no longer in. So it looks like they swapped out their, I guess Glitch is back in, right? And Batten's no longer in. Tyler's in, Aiden's in, and Sam is still in. All right, so let's see what happens to this match. Come on, let's play some Rocket League.
By the way, I gotta go in a few minutes because I have a doctor's appointment. So
Okay, well then I'll just
Yeah.
take over and do this. So
yeah,
now that everyone in the stream knows that you have a doctor's appointment.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I gotta get a couple jabs and
Yeah, a couple of stabs, jabs. Let's go. Let's hope.
stabbing in progress.
Stabbing, yeah.
Yeah,
Stabbing in progress.
11th
Let's
grade
go.
physical, so
Yep.
just make sure I'm all good. So.
Yep. Make sure that everything's ticking. That's important.
Yep.
All right. So again, we're a little bit of a switch up on the other team here. Penn Manor playing solidly with their last team. Good game, even game throughout. We'll see if adding Glitch back in makes anything matter for Penn Manor. Penn Manor doing a nice job of kind of keeping away from their goal line, at least initially, as they have it back on GCA here. But GCA is fighting because they do not want to give up this match. But I'm telling you, a reverse sweep would be very, very nice. Very nice. What? I don't know. Do you want a shoutcast? Yep. Yep, so you're in. You're now Christian. Okay, you're muted. So says that. All right, so with me, joining me on the stream is Busy. Busy has been with the esports program. This is our second year playing initially League of Legends, but has recently joined our Minecraft team. So Busy, welcome to the stream. You should be on, or you talk. Yeah, see you're on. You're good. Yeah, so how much do you know about Rocket League, Busy?
Not a lot, but my friend does play.
So you do know a little bit. Get the ball in the goal and you're good to go. So right now, it looks like Penn Manor's doing a nice job offensively, keeping the ball down around GCA's goal line. It's now in front of the goal line, but they're unable to capitalize on it. Ball bouncing now back onto Penn Manor's territory. And Penn Manor fights defensively to keep that ball from getting anywhere near the goal. A little bit too close to the goal for my comfort, at least. Bad 50 again, trying to knock it away, and is open, but not knocked away by Aiden. So nice job of knocking that away. And Doji Sam keeps it on to GCA's side now, and it's knocked in toward the goal, but unable to be executed as the ball flips back on the Penn Manor side. And bad 50 goals. Goal for the wrong team now. Goal for the wrong team. We want Penn Manor to win, obviously, but GCA knocks it lightly in there, and we'll see. It's early in the game, 2:25 left to play. Plenty of time for Penn Manor to do something about this. Initially knocked on the Penn Manor side, Penn Manor now has it onto the side of GCA. But Penn Manor does answer, and the ball is kind of tilted back toward the midfield, and then knocked back toward the score as there is a boom, and we hate when Penn Manor goes boom. And it is still kind of knocked loosely away. No, a lot of tension. This has been a tight game. First game of the season, just so you know, this is a best of 5 match. Penn Manor losing the first 2, coming back into the third and winning it. So it's a match. It's now 2-1. But Penn Manor does a nice job of knocking that ball away from the goal. Aiden does a great job of defense with 1:39 left. It's only a 1-0 score game, so it's really anyone's game here. Hopefully, Penn Manor can execute and here make a goal.
I'm guessing that Penn Manor is blue.
They are blue. They're down 1 score, knocked away from a potential making it a 2-point game, and obviously that would be a little bit harder for Penn Manor to come back from. And
Got the top players on the other side.
they do. They have some really good players. So they have a champ player, and Glitch I think is relatively low ranked as is Bad 50. Bad 50 I think is a silver player, which is relatively low. So Dizzy's the only one that's actually of any rank. Close to score, but knocked away by the GCA player here. Knocked in? Is it knocked in? No. Defended easily, I guess. And we'll see if that actually, or they're able to execute. So GCA doing a desperate attempt to try and keep it away from the goal line here.
So hard.
Yeah, 30 seconds to get a score here. Can they do it?
But defense is going hard.
No, they are. Are they able to off the top? They're unable to. Oh, 15 seconds, and they are doing their darndest to try and keep it into the score goal, but they're unable to do it. We'll see, can Penn Manor do it? GCA just has to keep it away from their goal a little bit longer. And it's done. Winner GCA. So congrats to GCA. And it was a valiant attempt by Penn Manor. Games were close in every match.
Yeah,
So
they have like the most top players.
yeah, so they did a nice job. So JV, congrats to JV in their first game. It was a loss to GCA. Congrats to GCA. I want to thank those of you that joined us in